Hey everybody, another birthday drawing. Let's draw a cake. Let's draw a cake using 2-point perspective. It's the coolest trick ever. The big kids know about it. For the fifth graders for sure. Fourth graders would practice 1-point perspective, so this should be cake for you too. Everybody else, we've done perspective. It's just making things look like they're getting farther away, and we do that by making them get smaller. So 1-point, 2-point perspective just gives us a way to make lines look like they're getting farther away. Think of a road getting farther away, and then those two edges of the road appear to converge or come together. So we can do a really cool 3-dimensional drawing of a cake using 2-point perspective. So let's do it. I'm just going to start with the back white sheet paper and a pencil. If you have a ruler, do it. I don't have one on hand, so I'm just using a thicker piece of paper. I think it's the cover of a sketchbook. It will make a great ruler. And then I think probably I'll trace with a Sharpie when I finish, and probably color with some colored pencils too. So the trick with 2-point perspective is you have 2 vanishing points. Vanishing points are just the spot where all of the lines come together in the distance. So I'm going to do 1 dot on this side and 1 dot straight across the paper on the other side from it. Those are our vanishing points. We could do a horizon line, but we're going to skip that on this one for now. And I'm going to draw a sorry, my bad. We were talking about horizon lines, and I was about to say horizontal, but we're going to draw a vertical line using my ruler right down the center of my paper. This is going to be the front edge of our slice of pizza. It's almost lunchtime. It's going to be the front edge of our slice of cake. All right, I'm just going to do some connect the dots. I'm going to connect the bottom of this line to each vanishing point, and I'm going to connect the top of this line to each vanishing point. And I'm going to use my ruler because these lines need to be good and straight. So I'm going to line my ruler up next to my dots, hold my ruler tight, and hold my pencil kind of soft. We want these lines to be very, very light because we're going to erase some of them when we get finished with our drawing. And then I'm going to connect the top of my line to the vanishing point here on the right. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And already we're creating the illusion of 2 never-ending walls. Just like that. And that looks like you could go walking down past that wall forever and ever. And same for that one right there. That's a pretty cool illusion. But we want to end. We want to make our form, our 3 shape, kind of float in the middle. So I'm going to make 2 more vertical lines. Draw a vertical line using my ruler on this side of my middle line. And I'm going to do the same. Let's get a better ruler. This one's kind of wonky. Do the same vertical. They should match this middle line on this side too. And now you can imagine that's pretty 3-dimensional, right? That looks like a giant cube in the middle of my paper. We're going to make it a giant piece of cake. So what should we put on our piece of cake? Should we put windows? No. Should we put doors? No. That would be really cool if we were drawing a building, but we're drawing cake. So we need stuff like icing and maybe some layers of cake. Ooh, the big kids could try this. This might be a little tricky for the littles, but hey, if you just pause it and do what I do, totally practice, you can do it too. So if I'm thinking a piece of cake, first I need to erase these lines that we use to draw that top edge of our cake and the bottom edge. We're going to keep the vanishing point over there because we might use him later. If we're adding some layers, we're going to need to line stuff up with that dot again. Some more connect the dots. But I'm thinking the top of the cake is probably not going to be so perfectly perfect. It's going to probably have some yummy curved icing on top. So I might do maybe a big, thick line on top like that. to look like the icing on top. But you know, my icing never looks that perfect. So really, I'm going to draw a wavy line like that to be the icing. And then overlapping my icing would be in front of that perfectly straight edge right there. Oh, already it's looking more cake-ish by the second. Y'all know cakes can have lots of different decorations. This is a cake for, say, no, so maybe I can't think of anything at the moment. So I'm going to draw the candles sticking out the top. Just some triangle or rectangles with some lines going diagonally. Use a big candle. Well, it could be like in front, right? Bigger candle in front, smaller candles behind, in the distance. And there's the wicks. Should we light the candles? We should probably light the candles. The candles kind of, that flame kind of floats around the wick. All right, so if I'm going to do like a layer cake, like say I want vanilla with like chocolate filling in the middle, I'm going to need to draw the lines on my cake, but I'm going to need to draw them so that they match up with this vanishing point, because my layers are getting farther away, just like this side of the cake is getting farther away. So if I was going to do some layers, look, I just drew some dots on my middle vertical line, and I'll just connect these dots to the vanishing point just like I did before. So I'm going to line up my ruler with my dots. I'm going to put my pencil on the dot and stop at the other dot. And I'm going to do that again. To each dot, I'm going to connect it to the vanishing points. And really, see, we don't need these lines. We're going to erase them later. When you get the hang of this and you start getting really good, you can skip that part of the line and you can just connect the dots by pretending that that line continues all the way on. But look, less erasing. And now we've got some stripes on the edge of our cake, but they're in perspective. They're bigger here, they're smaller back there, just like the side of our cake. Got to do it to the other side too. Unless this is the outside of the cake. We could have this be the inside of the cake, and this could be more icing. And have that icing kind of going around, and this could be like the outside of the cake. Maybe it would have decorations or something. Maybe it would have like drippy sauce or something coming down. If that was the outside of the cake, and then this is the inside of the cake. If you wanted it both to be inside the cake, you just connect these dots to the other side. That would work too. All right, I'm going to trace this with a Sharpie, and I'm going to fast forward. So if you need to pause it, go right ahead. There. And so we have a piece of cake. Looks like it's floating though, so we should probably draw a table or a plate for this cake to sit on. So I'm going to do it with Sharpie, but if you want to do yours with pencil, go right ahead. I'm just going to start on one side of the cake, loop around with an ovalish circle to the other side of the cake. Look, there's this plate. And if I wanted to draw the edge of the table, I would just connect the two vanishing points and jump over the cake since it's overlapping. Jump over, go to the other vanishing point like that. We could have done that horizon line at the beginning, but just saves a lot of erasing in this area. So you could draw backgrounds, you could have balloons, whatever you want to do to finish your awesome birthday cake. And then get some colors out, whether crayons, pencils, markers, and color your cake. I'm going to color mine. I'm going to fast forward. So